Father Carl Pieber. I'm here at the shrine of the Miraculous Medal. I'd like to tell you the story of the Miraculous Medal now. It was back in 1830 that the first apparition of Our Lady to St. Catherine Labouré happened. Catherine Labouré was a poor country girl. She always wanted to enter the convent, but her father wouldn't let her. Father wanted her to marry so that she could take care of him. Finally, by the age of 22, she was able to convince her father to let her enter the Daughters of Charity in Paris, France. She entered the postulancy in January of 1830. But that summer changed Catherine's life forever. While she slept in her bed in the dormitory of the postulants on the evening of July 18th, 1830, an angel appeared to her late at night, rustled her from her sleep, and said, "Come, Our Lady waits for you in the chapel." Following the angel, she went down the corridors and to the chapel, but the light, she said, you lit as she went by. In fact, it became light as day as she went down the corridor, and when she entered the chapel, everything was aglow. Hearing the rustle of Our Lady's gowns, she went over to the chair of the director, and Our Lady came over and sat there with her. It's very much like the depiction we have here. Catherine kneeling at Our Lady's side with her hands on Our Lady's lap, listening to Our Lady for over 2 hours that evening. The chair that Our Lady sat in is an exact replica of this chair that we have here in the shrine. Back in 1830, it was covered in a silk sort of reddish way, and we have an actual piece of the chair that Our Lady sat in here at the shrine, the only such relic in the United States. At the end of the 2 hours, Our Lady went back and disappeared, and Catherine went back to her dorm. She didn't see Our Lady again until that fall, November 27th, when she was late at prayer in the chapel of the Rue de Bac. At Vespers that evening, Our Lady appeared to her. She appeared first as the Virgo Potens, Latin for the Virgin Most Powerful. Holding the world in her hands, she offered it to God. And then as Catherine turned, she again appeared as Our Lady of Grace, with rays of grace coming from the rings on her finger. She told Catherine, "These are the graces I wait to give those who come to the foot of the altar and ask for them. God begs to give you graces all day and all night, and no one asks for them. So have a medal struck in this image, Catherine, and distribute it to all, that all may partake and see the grace of God in their life. Especially give it to children to whom God loves most dear." And so Catherine went, took this image to Father Aladel, her spiritual director, who took it to the bishop, and the bishop's words in 1832 were, "Have it struck, let us see, for by the fruits of the tree you will know it." The medal spread quickly, and by the time of 1834, over 1 million medals had been struck and handed out. The miracle, or the name Miraculous, came from the fact that people's faith had changed when they put the medal on. Though there were physical cures, the main cure was that people returned to the faith, went to confession, and changed their lives. And so I invite you, come to the Miraculous Medal Shrine. Put on a miraculous medal. Your life will change. Your faith will become strengthened. You too will fall in love again with God through Mary Immaculate.